Recording in progress. So I'm Helen Tyke from iCare Move. Good morning. We're actually delivering this session today from the TIC, Tremo Innovation Centre, which is our office. And we're here simply because the traffic was awful. So it was either get stressed, be late for all the classes, or not be stressed, go left instead of right and operate from here. So the quality of the camera work might not be as good, but you've got us in our own environment and we're happy to see you and we're not late. So we actually, behind the scenes on Zoom, just before we started the session, talked about stress and talked about how we feel when we have to, because we're forced to because of our health, to say no to people and how it makes us feel. Stress is normal. As cavemen and women, we haven't evolved that much over the years, and stress is a big part of our lives today. As cavemen and women, we didn't have a lot to worry about. It was literally sleeping, eating, having more babies, cave babies, and sleeping and eating and doing it all over again. We didn't have to worry about bills, insurance, pandemics. We didn't have to worry about all the stuff, family dynamics, ill health, chronic health. We never had to worry about all of this stuff. Now we do, and all of that is adding onto our nervous systems, which make us quite fatigued. It's very normal to feel fatigued, especially this time of year, because there's a lot of stress into December around gifts, relationships, families, but it's all relative and it's all really important. And it's okay to understand that stress is a real big part of our lives. But actually, what do we do to combat stress? We're going to start with some breath first. So breathing is a valuable tool to help us manage our stress. So the first thing I want you to do is actually recognize you are breathing. It's an automatic function. For a minute, think about the breath in and how that sounds to you, whether you're breathing through your throat, the back of your mouth, or your nostrils. And then for a moment, be conscious of where the breath goes. Where's its journey? Do you hold the breath up here? And a good test is if you gently rest your hand on your chest and then rest your hand on your abdomen.
What's that?
Close your eyes and continue to breathe. Well, what might happen is that you're breathing high here. You'll feel more movement around the collarbone and the top of your ribs than in your belly. So should we just practice that for a moment? And if you are identifying that your hand closest to your chin is moving, see if we can consciously and actively try and get your belly to move, not your collarbone. So try and breathe into your belly rather than breathing up high into your chest and collarbone. Now, this might take a bit of practice. The difference is when we are breathing shallow and high up into the collarbone, that's indicative of stress levels being elevated. If we breathe into belly, we trigger what we call the vagus nerve, which activates our rest and digest. And the interesting thing here is when we do that and breathe into our belly, what you might notice that you'll free off your neck for a second, or you might feel your shoulders dropping. But what's really important is that we are starting to relax into the belly. This allows us to reduce stress hormones in our body and enables us to bring the happy hormones upwards, such as serotonin and dopamine. Being outside in fresh air and sunlight is another thing that is really good to help us with our stress management. And instinctively and intuitively, if somebody is sad or stressed or angry, we will say, just take a breath. So we know that that works. And then we'll say, let's have a cup of tea. Okay, so from here, I'd like you to open your eyes and release your hand for a moment and identify how simple that little thing can be to improve your well-being. Okay, so now let's have a look at our postures. I'm just going to move back from the camera. So we are going to sit away from the back of the chair. This is self-supporting spine. I want you to think long and tall, with your shoulders back and down. Your chin just draws back slightly. And in fact, it probably gives us a bit of a double chin, and that's why. From here, think about how tall are your ears and how long you feel sat in that posture. Now we're going to remain like this, nice and tall, your back away from the back of the chair, as we just take our attention to firstly our breathing and then secondly our pelvic floor. So with the breath, I want you to think about breathing down to the bottom of your ribs and feel this almost lateral expansion of your rib cage. And as we breathe out, a pursed lip breath. Breathing in through the nose and out with a pursed lip breath. Take your time with this, don't rush it. We're taking on board additional oxygen. So this might make you feel a bit heady, and that's completely fine too. Breathing in through the back of the nostrils, pursed lips. So you're bringing all your lips together like you're blowing out of a straw. One more time, breathing in through the nostrils. Pursed lip breath. Well done, well done. Okay, so from here, what I'd like you to do is lean forward in your chair to rest your elbows on your knees, okay? So we're here. I'd like to think it's because you're really interested in me. So you're leaning in for a chat. That's what I think you're doing. Actually, what we're doing is exposing the pelvic floor into the seat below you. So I want you to give me a cough. And what I'm hoping you're going to say, you can feel your undercarriage just push down into the chair a little bit. Yes? Say yes or no, Helen. Yes, I know what you're on about. No, I don't know what you're on about. You're still with me. Good, 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 good. Okay, so from there, I want you to imagine your pelvic floor. So what you wee through and what you poo through, okay? And men and women have this. I want you to imagine in the middle, so between the front and back, where you wee, where there's wind, where there's water, I want you to think there's like a lifting up. So a little lifting up through the center. So as if you're trying to stop yourself weeing mid-flow. So it's kind of a weird thing. So I want you to think just a little bit of tension. You're holding on there. Try to relax your shoulders, please, Gavin. They're not earrings. And when you do that, what this is doing is just activating the pelvic floor. So when we can hold our core, hold ourselves tighter and stronger, it improves our balance. So it's really important we do this. Okay, now, if you pull it up any tighter, your eyebrows lift. So I don't want it to be all the way to the top of the movement. I just want you to just relax and pull it up a little bit so you've got control. Okay, now cough again. And I'm hoping that you're going to feel the difference. One was engaged, the other one was not engaged. Yes? Have we got that? Does anybody have any questions or want to talk about this bit? No? Okay, I shall carry on. Okay, so from here, relax, sit back up again. Okay, what I'd like us to do now is to lift one leg slowly and pop it down. Now watch. Lift and lower. Lift and lower. Notice my back is still away from the back of the chair. Lift and lower. Lift and lower. Good job. Lift. Lovely. Nice and tall, brace. So this is engaging those core muscles, the trunk muscles, but you're still self-supporting spine, still back away from the back of the chair. You're going to feel reduced in space in your hip as you lift up and lower, and that is normal. Okay, so think nice and tall and release. Last time, nice and tall and release. Good, good, good. Okay, we're going to just take the knees out and in, and out and in. Just not so out and in, out and in. We didn't know we were working from here today, so we're in the wrong colours. So we're just trying to adapt as best we can. So hopefully you can see me okay. Taking your knees out and in like this will help us to relax off the hip, but also the pelvic floor. Imagine it's like a hammock. So it goes north, south, east, west. As you take your knees out and in, I want you to think about lifting up your pelvic floor at the same time. So as your knees drop out, I want you to feel tension and lift. Bring the knees in and lower. So knees go out, lift up and squeeze your pelvic floor. Bring your knees in and relax your pelvic floor. So wide and lift. And it might mean that you're just having a little bottom clench. Does anybody do that? You clench in your bum and then release. Clench. I know I'm doing it because my shoulders are going. Ooh, ooh. And even a little bottom clench is very, very good for stimulating the pelvic floor. So you're doing really well, team. Okay, last time. And release. Good, good, good. Okay, so I'm aware that when we carry stress, we carry it in our bodies, in our shoulders. So I don't want to make you too tired here, okay? Stay with me. Let's just bring your left ear down to your left shoulder for a moment. And then come back to center. Right ear down to right shoulder. And center. Can we repeat that, please? Let's just do it a couple of times. What I'm hoping that you'll go, oh, that feels a bit tight. And if you want to, just palpate, just a little bit of a massage, or put your finger on where you feel it's tight, or your hand where you feel it's tight. Because we're all different and you're all with me because you're all linked, kinda, in terms of your health needs, but you're all individual here. So there might be something that makes you go, ooh, or might make you do something like, ah, don't like it. And it will help me as well figure out what I'm doing with you guys. What you might notice is one side is tighter than the other. And everything in your body is connected. So here's another tip. This time, take your ear to your shoulder and then take your eyes towards the ground. And you might start to feel a big stretch around the back of your neck into the back of your skull. And then come back to me. So ear to shoulder and then eyes to ground. Like, ooh. Hold it there. Lovely. And then we're going to repeat that again. So ears to shoulder 1. Eyes to ground 2. Give yourself a bit of a massage if you need to. Don't forget to breathe. Last time. You all right there, Jim? Ear to shoulder. Eyes to ground. Maybe a massage. breathe, and come back to center. Well done, lovely. Okay, we are rolling our shoulders now. So elbows come up, elbows back and down, self-supporting spine, up, back, down, up, back, down. Lovely. One more, and then rest. We okay? Yeah? Okay. Right, so we're sat, feet wide, arms at your side, lower down to one side, pick up, other side, pick up. Everything is slow and controlled. Take your time. Keep going. Think about your pelvic floor, your undercarriage. Is it tight? Can you use your belly muscles? Are you tight around your center? It's like wearing a corset. Is it engaged? Lovely jubbly. Okay. And then release, relax. Gavin, you right, love? Yeah? Okay, cool. Okie doke. Lovely. Just give yourself a moment. Our spine is very clever. So wherever we move, the spine is constantly making adjustments, okay? So we've just worked sideways, lateral movement of the spine. Now we're going to just rotate. This one is nice. Rotations are really nice for any kind of central nervous system stuff going on. I want you to imagine, we haven't got a spine in here, have we? I haven't got a spine in here. I just want this kind of movement going on through your back, okay? So it looks like this, twisting and looking behind you. So it's like you're just having a lovely little twist. A nice marker if you slide your hands up and down your thighs as you do this is quite nice. It just kind of gives you that feedback to your movement. Really take your time. Let your eyeballs track as far back behind you as possible. And your eyes will fatigue from this. While you're doing that, you can't see me sipping my hot drink. Is that tea or coffee? Yeah, it's coffee. Did you panic then and go? That's all right. It has got this one. Well done. How does that feel? Right? Yeah? Right? Nice. Lovely. Okay. So from here, I want you to bring one shoulder up to your ear and down. So it's shoulder to ear rather than ear to shoulder. It's actually a completely different set of muscles. So shoulder up and down. I do like sparkles, you know. Yeah, I can see myself. I'm not sure, but I think I look a bit like a glitter ball. Right round. Oh, no. They look at me like that. She's completely lost the plot today. The nice thing about this movement is we're getting into the back and the scapula, so our shoulder blades are just gorgeously like lifting like little wings, and we're just moving those up and down, and then moving off your rib cage, which makes your rib cage less sticky. And then when it's less sticky, it's more pliable, so we can get more movement and oxygen into our lungs, so we're not being restricted by sticky ribs. So that's why this one is just such a lovely one, and that's why rotation is such a lovely one. It's just kind of really opening up and creating freedom around the ribs so we can breathe better. Well done. Lovely little there, everyone. Well done. Okay, so I'm going to put a little combo together for you, and it's regarding your legs. So what I'd like you to do is lift a leg, kick a leg, lift a leg and pop it down on the floor. Looks like this. Lift, kick, lift, down. Lift, kick, lift, down. Lift, kick, lift, down. Can I just move that away? Squeeze the knee joint. So when you're kicking, squeeze and try and lock out your knee. It's quite a challenge to do this, so happy to sit back in your chair. Squeeze. It's actually quite a nice invigorating movement around the knee. We do a standing variation of this, and it's actually a Tai Chi move. Shall I show you? So what you're doing is the adapted version. It does kind of make you go, ooh, it just energizes around the knee joint. Well done. You must feel an increase of breath or increased breath rate. That's normal, okay? And release, rest. So when I say about increased breath rate, we carry a lot of shame if we are breathing harder walking up a hill, for example, because we've kind of created this thing around, this is a measure of my fitness if I can't catch my breath. It's not true, okay? And I'll tell you why. In the systems of the body, you've probably heard the phrase aerobic. We do aerobics, lycra, leotards, Jane Fonda, aerobics. And then there's anaerobic, and we hear that from weightlifters. It's actually taken or drawn from the science bit. So aerobic means with oxygen, anaerobic means without oxygen. So what happens is when you start walking, you start anaerobically, you start without oxygen, and then your brain goes, oh, actually, I need more muscles to do the job because this job's going to go on a lot longer. So now I need to get the lungs to work harder, and the brain's telling this to the body, and I need to draw down more oxygen because oxygen makes the muscle fibers work. Okay. So suddenly you've gone from step to, and that is completely normal. And it's because you've moved through energy cycles in your body. It's all automatic. You won't have a clue that any of that happened, but the result is you feel breathless. And it's because you're actually recruiting more muscle fibers to do the job, which makes you breathless, because when you breathe more, you bring in more oxygen, and that's how it works. Does any of that make sense to you? Yeah. So never ever like, yay. So I used to have a health club, and it used to be, when we first opened it, on the top floor. So it was 2 floors you had to climb. And people would just be hanging by the time they got to the desk. I want to join the gym. And then we had a big sign put up so they can pause and read that message, just to say, what's just happened to you is because of science and the way your body's built, and you're breathless because you just walked up 2 flights of stairs, which is completely normal. Please take that with you. Breathlessness is normal. It is just your body working through the different energy systems to be able to get your muscles to work. Okay, from here, let's roll our wrists. Fine motor skills. Again, sometimes we feel a bit puffy, we feel a bit tired. This can often invigorate us. So you'll notice my hands are coming more to the side. I'm just doing circles, but actually I'm doing what feels nice for me. So it might be that something else is making you feel a bit better. What if we stretched our arms out, self-supporting spine? What if we used more of the back muscles to generate that movement? And then we rest our arms. Okay, with the hand, curl the fingers to try and get the fingers to touch as close to the middle of the palm as possible. Then to the end of the hand, and then up the arm, and then release. So 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. So it's palm up to sky. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Well done. Palms in. Okay. Right. We're going to just curl in the fingers and then put the thumbs on the outside. And we're going to roll the wrists in and out. And out. You may feel restricted doing this, and it will feel a bit like, why on earth are we doing this stuff? What we need the grip, right? Fine motor skills. Okay, now here's the change. I want you to stretch your fingers, thumbs down, wrap your hands around the thumbs so the thumbs are tucked in, and we're rolling in and out. You should feel the stretch down the back of the arm. And your hands should feel quite tired, like they've had a proper good old workout here. There you go. Okay, shake them off. Shake them off, shake them off, shake them off. And relax. I want you just to rest your hands, just really rest your hands for a second, because I'm going to show you how we're going to progress this. And I mentioned this a couple of weeks ago. This is a bit of a challenge for you, so bear with, okay? Just watch. My left hand's out. This is my right hand. Palm down, palm up, palm down, palm up. Now, we're going to try this, okay? So palm up, clap, but you have to turn the hand over onto the same spot each time. Pick up the speed. What might happen is you might end up going, ah! So slow it down. Okay, switch sides. Other hand. Okay, switch back. Go back to hand one. Go as fast as you can. So, and rest. And finally, go back to hand two. I'm terrible on this side. I feel like a floppy fish doing this. Hold on and rest. Well done, guys. Just shake off your hands. This is a right brain, left brain challenge, okay? So trying to coordinate and speed, there's a lot of things that go on with that. So right now, I think your arms might be buzzing. You might be having sensations coming down your arms, yeah? Definitely something worth practicing. So we'll send this as a little reminder when your email goes out. So try and practice. One hand, but coming back to the same place each time. How did you get on with that? Later, you're going to go, I'm shattered and I have no idea why. It's just bonkers. Well done, team. Okay, I want you to relax back into your chairs. I'm going to do a little bit of relaxation with you. So make yourself comfortable. So today, if you're okay with this, I'm going to do a bit of relaxation with you, but I'd like to send you on a little journey, if that's okay. So in the first place, we start to close our eyes and go back to that belly breathing. So if you need to pop your hand up on your collarbone or hand on your belly, it's getting that breath down above the belly button. That's where we want it. We want the breath to really travel down the body. Now, as you breathe out, try to create a snore or a growl through the back of your throat. So practice that, breathing in, and then as you breathe out, a snore or growl through the back of the throat. Lovely. And then I want you always to feel safe in my company. Feel relaxed. Start your toes. Relax your toes and feet if you can. Adjust if you need to. Think about your legs, your calves, your knees. Can you relax? Go slack. Your thighs, your lower back. Relaxing through the pelvic floor. Relaxing through your shoulders. Feeling any tension melt down your arms into your elbows, your wrists, and let any tension roll out through the palms of your hands. Take away facial expression, relaxing around the hairline, relaxing around the ears and the jaws. Teeth separate, tension away from the mouth. We're going to go on a journey. We're going over a little rainbow bridge. And this is in my world. You're safe. We go over this rainbow and you find yourself firmly planted on a warm, sandy beach, a tropical island. It's my favourite place. I take all my favourite people there. You can be with whoever you want to be. But to remind you, you're safe and you're well. And I want you to see the sea in front of you. Imagine the colours of the ocean, the warmth on your skin. Listen to the breeze and the sound of the crackle as the waves are moving and sloshing along the shoreline. Warm sand underneath your feet. You can hear birds, wildlife, all safe, all good. Sounds of laughter, rustling of the leaves. Just behind you, against the edge of the sandy beach, palm trees, beautiful tropical plants. The smell is intoxicating. In the distance, the greenness of the rolling hills into the mountains, peppered clouds against a blue sky, warm sunshine. And the reason we're here, because this place is our little holiday. And when we're here, like every holiday, it tops up our levels, re-energizes us, makes us relaxed. And where with ever you want to be with, you might be on your own, but you're content and you're happy. And with each breath in, you heal. With every breath out, you reduce your stress. You watch the sunset from the beach. Time passes. You watch the sky change colour. Fiery reds, golds, and oranges. And behind you, darkness. First star of the night. Make a wish. You're warm, you're comfortable. Other stars in the sky. The warm breeze and the taste of the sea on your lips. And you're comfortable. You actually feel the stress washing away. You can see people around you. You feel happy and loved. Taking the sounds from the beach. And when you wake up at sunrise, your footprints are in the sand. And you feel invigorated. Quality night's sleep. Taking the memories around you. Taking the scenery and the sounds. And come back to this place when you need a little holiday and time down. We head over the rainbow and find ourselves back in our lovely homes with little burnt noses from the sunshine. Sun between your toes. Take a long breath in. Exhale, let it go. Let's do that 1 or 2 more times. And when you're ready, create some movement with your fingers. Stretch a little. Lengthen. Open your eyes. When you're ready, big stretch. Okay, so we take the arms, we take them up and bring your hands into your center. Let's reverse that. Let's go up and circle wide. Hands to your center. Take it round, bring your hands to your center, and then give yourselves a round of applause. Well done, lovely people. I'm just going to stop recording.